What is going on, everyone? My name is Eric and you're watching the Get Me Out of Here vlog. Today is going to be an exciting hike. This is something I've been wanting to do since I moved here, but behind me is Picacho Peak, also known as Picacho Peak. That's what some people say, I've heard. But anyway, behind me is one of the most prominent mountains just off Interstate 10 on the way to Tucson, Arizona. This is an old volcanic lava flow, and it looks like an old volcano. It looks like it's got like a very prominent peak, a conic structure. But this is something I've been wanting to do since I moved here. It's such an iconic looking mountain on the way to Tucson, and today I'm finally doing this. This is, from what I've heard, slightly harder than Camelback Mountain in the Phoenix area, but right now is the perfect time of the year to do it. This is mid-March, the middle of the blooming season, so a lot of wildflowers in full bloom, and it is beautiful out here in southern Arizona. Can't wait to kick this off. From what I've read on All Trails, this peak is 3,000 feet tall or so, give or take, and it's about a 2,000 foot elevation change to get to the top. So we'll be hiking this today. Supposed to be about a 3.5 to 4 mile hike according to All Trails. I'm not sure if that is just one way or not, so we'll find out today. I'll be recording this hike on Strava. But yeah, let's do this. Hiking Picacho Peak, one of the more epic hikes here in the state of Arizona. Just parked a little bit down the road, but this is Hunter Trail that takes you all the way to the peak. Double check that, just about 3,300 feet to the peak here. So again, it's gonna be a steep incline to get to the top, but here we go. Kicking this off, Picacho Peak. Picacho Peak. Pika Pika. So one of the more unique features of Picacho Peak is it's got a cable system. So as we get towards the top, there's going to be a number of cables that we can use to climb up some of the steeper sections. In the heat of the summer, it's smart to bring gloves because the cables tend to get hot from what I've heard. So I do have some gloves with me. It is March, like I said. The temperature today in the 50s, peaking at around 65 degrees. So a lot cooler this time of year, so I'm not too worried about the cables. I don't think they're going to be very hot, but I brought some gloves just in case. So looking forward to this. This is going to be kind of a unique obstacle course getting to the peak today. Straight ahead of me is Newman Peak, another nearby mountain, and Interstate 10, all the traffic there flowing between Phoenix and Tucson. A lot of saguaro cactus at the base of this mountain, and you can see the flowers again are full bloom. Yellows and purples across the surrounding landscape, and some utility takes there as well. Yeah, this is peak blooming season. A lot of photographers out here, people getting wedding pictures. This is probably one of the more popular times, if not the most popular time, to visit Picacho Peak. And this is a state park. This is Picacho Peak State Park. It costs $7 if you have a car to get here and park. So just be aware of that. They take cards, they don't just take cash. So if you don't have cash on you, that's fine. But beautiful state park just west of Tucson, Arizona. Now, Picacho Peak has some very unique American history. This location here is the site of the most western battle with a fatality in the American Civil War, believe it or not. In 1862, a Union cavalry out of California met up with Confederates with Texas, and they clashed here at the peak of this old volcano. 3 men were killed on the Union side, including the lieutenant, who was shot through the neck as he mounted his horse. So the Union lost this battle, had to retreat, but then later came back in stronger numbers and pushed the Confederates out of the state of Arizona, taking Tucson. So just crazy to think that there was a Civil War battle that took place this far out west at the base of an ancient volcano. All right, so here is our first cable sighting. Now this isn't required. You know, the cables higher up, from what I've read, you really have to use. But this looks like it's more of kind of a handrail that you can utilize if you feel like it. But I've got these nice La Sportiva hiking shoes. Again, I don't endorse these, but yeah, I don't need to use the cable right now. But what I could test is the heat. And no, these are cold. Like I said, it's been pretty cool this morning. I woke up, it was 40 degrees out, and it's supposed to get up to 65 this afternoon. So yeah, these are fine. Probably won't need the gloves today. Hey, how's it going? Did you make it to the top?
Yeah.
Nice. And again, they got these kind of old railroad ties, wood boards that you can use every once in a while to step up on. Again, you can see cables if you need them, but I don't need cables, not yet. These shoes are good, and this rock is very sturdy. Looking behind me, so you can either go up the rock if you got good grips, or the cables are here if you need them. But yeah, I would say the first incline, it's a lot of rock just like this. So solid rock, well-marked trail, and continuing upward towards maybe I don't know if that's the main saddle. We'll find out shortly, but it looks like it kind of smooths out up there before descending. So here we go. So far, I feel great. This is excellent. Love being out here. So here's how far we've gone. Still see the parking lot right down there. And just an amazing view. Again, Mount Newman. Kind of makes me think of Seinfeld. Newman. And Interstate 10. Down there connecting Phoenix way off in the distance. So beyond those mountains. And Tucson on the other side of this tree. Over there to the east. So this is a nice spot to kind of take a breather, this rock formation here. And no, you're good, you're good. But this is a good spot to take a breather and taking the views before you make this next ascent. And it looks like the trail kind of winds this way into the shade and then back across, and we continue the ascent over there. So if you need a breather, this is a good spot to take 5, look at the progress you've made, and evaluate how you feel and the situation. So we're feeling great, and we are going to continue towards the peak, Picacho Peak. This is the one spot I will say is a little confusing, because you can go this way, you can go this way, but I think at the end they both lead to the same path. So let's go through the shade. So again, we just got up basically underneath the peaks, the high peak, or the high point being right up there. But yeah, look at this, beautiful. In the rocks, there's a lot of bird nests, some birds flying around, no beehives. Luckily, at least not this early in the year. Look at this, look down. Got the solid rock below me here, but yeah, nice views of the surrounding Sonoran Desert. So we're going to continue along the rock wall. The ascent continues to go up around the bend. So moving on. And I'm tracking this on Strava so I can get an accurate, hopefully accurate, depiction of how long this trail really is. Because a lot of apps don't really tell you the length as far as the ascent goes. Usually it'll say 2 miles as the crow flies at a linear path, but they don't take into account the extra mileage you have going up, that elevation gain. So tracking that today, and at the end of this hike I will provide the final results of what the actual length of this hike is and what the elevation gain is for Picacho Peak. Oh look, and there's like a mini cairn right there. Some people stacked rocks to kind of show you the way. You know you're on the right path. So a small cairn to guide you if you feel a little lost here along the rock wall. Hey, you guys make it to the top?
Oh yeah.
Nice. All right, so just about up to, I think, the first official saddle. Could be wrong, but it appears to be. So making this last ascent to that. And I think we're gonna take some electrolyte chews. This is beautiful though. And I gotta say the shade feels great. Okay. Made it. And dead end over here. It's kind of a worn away arrow pointing the way. And I lied. There's another still ascent. It's still ascent. Straight ahead. So, not quite to the saddle. Although, this could be a good spot to take a break if you want to, but we're gonna power ahead, get to that saddle, and then take a breather before we get to the cable section of this hike. But yeah, love this so far. Sound a little tired, but overall I feel really good. I've been hiking a lot in South Mountain, in the Phoenix area to prepare for this. And yeah, so far I feel great, feeling good. Got a two liters of water right now in my backpack, a Camelback bag. Honestly, I probably won't drink more than a liter. Again, the weather's great outside, so let's just see how this goes, man. Up and away to the top.
When did we start? We started at Tucson.
Hey, you guys made it to the top?
Yes, sir.
Nice. How's the views?
Amazing.
Amazing?
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, and I think we made it to the official saddle. Got a bench here, and yeah, look at this view. That is incredible. Look at that. It looks like there's another trail that goes this way to that peak, but where we want to go is the high point. So I think it's up here, right up there. That's the high point, Picacho Peak. So what we do is we're going to descend on this backside of the mountain, and then that's where the technical part starts, the cables. So this is actually a good spot if you don't feel comfortable with cables or some steep ascents. This is a good spot to turn around, is at the saddle. And this is an epic hike in and of itself. So don't let the cables deter you. Definitely make it out here and enjoy the Arizona wilderness, the Sonoran Desert landscape. All right, well, here we are on the saddle. Had a couple of those block electrolyte gummies, which I highly recommend for hikes. They are amazing. The brand is Block, and they're these electrolyte gummies. They come in all kinds of different flavors. So we just took a break, got some electrolytes in our system, so we're ready to go down the mountain, because yes, after you ascend on this trail, then you have to go down before ascending again. So this is kind of a nice break from the initial ascent. And again, just pace yourself. We are on the, I think this is the southwest side of Picacho Peak. And you can see the cables are back. So don't shy away from the cables. But this is where, after we descend, the next final ascent to the top is where it gets a lot more technical. So like I was saying, if you feel unsure of yourself, the saddle behind me is where you want to turn around. But look at this, it's like a 500-foot descent, which is kind of disheartening because we just climbed about a mile up and now we're going down. Hey, how's it going?
You just finished the easy part.
Oh, yes. Did you guys make it to the top?
Oh yeah.
Nice. Almost there.
Thank God.
And you can see the rock is a lot more worn here as well, so I am using the cable. Don't judge me, guys. Don't judge me, everyone. I know I usually shy away from using cables, but this is a mountain. They've got it. May as well use it. Especially if I'm vlogging, which I don't recommend. Vlogging, not hands-free. It's probably easier doing this. Okay, I lied. I'm not putting the camera down yet. You can kind of rappel yourself down the mountain with the cable here.
There's a lot of people behind you.
Oh, okay.
Just,
So we got a line of people. There we go. We'll let you guys go. Go for it.
Good.
Okay.
But yeah, we're descending 500 feet before having to ascend again.
Easy.
This is awesome. You look comfy.
I feel like taking a nap right here.
Did you make it to the top?
Yeah, we went to the top.
Nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So this is the descent before the
Yeah, you
the
go
hard
down,
part.
You go down, you move around the face of the rock a bit, and then you go. Then you burst up.
All right, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's great.
Enjoy the rest of your hike.
You do. I'll sit down.
Brendan, you are taking a scenic route there around the boulder. So yeah, this is just to give you guys a view. This is what I just went down. Right there. So it is getting steeper. This is the fun part though, right? This is where, these are the hikes I enjoy. Now we're gonna sneak behind this boulder. If I can squeeze. Ooh, I made it through Fat Man's Pass, so I can do this.
You want energy bar or
It's another video I did in South Mountain in Phoenix. I'll put that, I'll pin that at the end of the video. Okay, I'm gonna put the camera down. Just another view of how far down we've gone, starting way up there. And more of these steps, getting towards the bottom of the mountain that I have to climb again. But looks like there's kind of a lookout point here. So we'll take another breather before ascending again. Oh wow, look at this. Okay, that looks epic. Look at this. This kind of reminds me of Browns Peak in the Four Peak Wilderness. Oh, that's awesome. Good eye. Look at that saguaro right there just growing out of the cliff. That's wild. Oh, I love the saguaro cactus, and Tucson has some of the best saguaro cactus game on the planet. These giant saguaro, only found here in the Sonoran Desert, nowhere else in the world. You just see them scattered across the landscape. Yeah, what an amazing view here. And again, here's the descent we went down, and we will have to return up this way.
No, this is right.
But enjoying the view while we can. And the cables are next. So luckily I brought a headband mount for my GoPro. I'll be wearing that as we ascend up the more technical part of this trail, which I can't wait. I'm looking forward to this. All right. Venus. God damn it, Brendan. Check out this rock. Look at that. Looks like petrified wood. Look at that. That is wild. Super cool. I don't know if that was formed again from the ancient volcanoes here, in Arizona. Starting the ascent again. So again, just descended like 500 feet, traversed along the side of the mountain, and now we are going up, and this is where the cables begin. So let's do this. This one I can do with one hand, but as we get higher up, I'll start using my headband. Pretty awesome so far though, huh? This is amazing. Okay. Very cool. Love it. Absolutely love this hike. It's getting really fun now. Going back up. Look at the cactus here. Again, getting close to the city of Tucson. It's where Saguaro National Park is, and they've got some of the best cactus game in the world. Like I said earlier, some of the biggest cactus on earth is there. And these saguaro live up to over 200 years old. So some of the saguaro that you see here were here in the Wild West days. Continuing towards the cables, you can see up ahead. And actually there's a fork in the road. There's another trail system here. Sunset Trailhead. And sticking to the Hunter Trail to the peak. It's rock climbing here, I like it. Nice. So, again, you can use those cables if you want. If you got good shoes, you don't really have to use them there. And yeah, so far, not a lot of technical work. This is a very fun and epic hike, though. I love these views. All right, now we're talking. Look at this. So this is where the cables get really fun. You can see you climb up here, and they have like a bridge that goes across the rocks. So I'm gonna see, I think I can do this with my one-handed. We'll see. I don't recommend. I've got some rock climbing skills. I know it's probably a foolish thing to say, but this is all it is. I'll make it work. I don't think I need the head cam for this, but I'll get closer and evaluate the situation. Look at this. This is amazing. All right, let's take a short breather, and I'm gonna take on this natural obstacle course. This is amazing. Nature's obstacle course. And I don't know what year these cables were installed. I'm assuming maybe back when the state park was founded. Hard to say. But all right, we're clear. Let's do this. Nice. Let's just see that's loose. Nothing to worry about. Here we go. And again, these are good grips. So far, so good. And check this out. Look at this. This is awesome. Now, you really don't need this per se, but they have it for safety. I like that. So here we go. Across the drawbridge here at Picacho Peak. God, this is great. Look at this. Love it. All right, we're gonna continue upward. Oh yeah, just jagged rock along the side of the mountain. I feel like I'm climbing the crag. That's a 90s throwback for some of you. If you get that, you're really old. It's a reference to that Nickelodeon show Guts. Get a piece of the crag. Anyway, enough of that. Ooh. There we go. This is awesome. Cool. Here we go. All right, so that was it for the cable. Really wasn't so bad. You can see the end here. And it's like the path continues, but it kind of, what is the word I'm looking for? Kind of balances out. It's not as steep ahead. So we'll see. There might be some more, yeah, looks like there's some more cables up ahead. But if that's it, not bad at all. A lot of fun. Again, this is one of the few mountains I've climbed with a cable system like that. So it's nice to see. If you need it, it's here to assist.
I would do it again. Never wanted to do it.
And again, the peak is up there. Okay, so here's the next section of cable, and I think this section I'll use the head cam because you almost have to use both hands to pull yourself up in this case. So I think I will put on my head cam for this one. What's up, Brendan?
It's going.
It feels good over here.
Right?
The shade, look at this, man, look at the, just this epic scene. And I was doing some research. I couldn't find if this was actually a volcano. I know that a lot of websites said that this was formed from volcanic lava, but I don't know if it actually came from the mountain here itself. But I mean, it does. It looks like this could be a caldera. We're almost like surrounded by an ancient volcano. So I don't know. If you know more about the geology, let me know. But without further ado, I think I'm gonna put a head cam on and we'll head up. All right. I have never used this head cam before, so here we go. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, so far, got the cables, and yeah, this is great. Not too shabby. And the nice thing here is the rock has a lot of easy grip to it. So it requires some upper body strength, but not anything too wild. Nice. Okay, that was awesome. More hikes. Need that. Well, as you can see, we made it to the top of the cables and got some more here for safety. If you need it, honestly, I think they're a little more distracting. The rock has really good grip. It's really, don't need them there, but if people don't like exposure, it's there for you. Nice. All right. And this is so cool. There's another cable bridge up ahead. And getting close. The peak is in sight. Beautiful, beautiful views. And yeah, even this, already made it up the bend here. You can see where we came from. There's that parallel cables down there. And this cool looking cable bridge right in front of me that takes us close to the peak. All right, here we go. And allergies. Oh yeah, I'm feeling the allergies. A lot of nose blowing that I haven't been recording. Here we go. Yeah, these cables, if they weren't here, this would be a lot of exposure. It's pretty wild. Cool. Look at that. Nice. All right.
Yeah, you did it.
We did it. All right.
The rest of it is a piece of cake.
Piece of cake?
Yeah.
That's all I like to hear.
I like this.
Yeah.
The views are worth it. That's for sure.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
You do it.
Enjoy your hike. Yeah. Okay. Now this is something else. So you can see this is another saddle. If you want, you can take it across to that side of the peak, but I want to do the high point, which means we're going this way. So continuing up the last leg of Picacho Peak. There we go, the final push to the top. And not too bad terrain. Smooths out up ahead. And I think that's it for the cables. Oh, here it is. Oh, we made it. Right up here. Whew. Oh, final push. It's not official yet. Oh, beautiful. Here we go. Here it is. Made it. The summit of Picacho Peak, also known as Picacho Peak. That's what some people say. But anyway, here we are. We made it. We made it to the top. This is a mountain I've been wanting to climb since I moved here. This is amazing. Look at these views. Breathtaking. Just breathtaking. Standing here on top of what may have been an ancient volcano. To me, it's one of the coolest looking peaks in the country. You can see it for miles. In fact, Tucson, the city of Tucson, is straight over there. And I believe that mountain right there is Wasson Peak, which I climbed last summer. That's the highest point of the west side of Saguaro National Park. So just to kind of put this into context, that is Saguaro National Park over there, Wasson Peak. That's Tucson. That's Mount Lemmon way over there with the snow. You can still see snow on top of that. And here we are on top of Picacho Peak, overlooking Interstate 10. And all this view here with the hawk straight ahead. It's Wild West. This feels great, being on top of this iconic mountain. And I will say it's definitely up there with Camelback. I would do, if you want to kind of put this in context, if you want to challenge yourself, I would say Picacho Peak is slightly more difficult than Camelback Mountain in the Phoenix metro area. So I would, if you're looking to climb this, you know, I wouldn't say you have to do Camelback before this, but I would definitely say do Camelback first, do Paestua also in the Phoenix area before you do Picacho Peak. That's just how I would do it. If you want to start a little more intermediate and make your way upward on the advanced scale, I would start with those two in Phoenix and then come and do Picacho. You don't have to do it that way. I would just, that's what I recommend. Another thing, there's no seal. I don't see an official seal here on top of the mountain. Usually they have a seal to mark the high point. Not here in this case. Maybe there was one, somebody stole it, who knows? That's often the case, but it feels so good up here. And another thing I completely forgot is I didn't bring a beer. Usually I bring a beer to drink at the top of a mountain. Didn't do that. Completely forgot. So we'll definitely, my friend Brendan and I will have to hit up a brewery, maybe in Tucson, to celebrate. We'll have to figure that out, but yeah. Slipped my mind today. Another thing that I want to point out is that is an ostrich farm, straight down there off I-10. That was a hawk or a raven. I don't know what that was. It wasn't an ostrich, but there's an ostrich farm down there. That's the Rooster Cogburn Ostrich Farm. It's one of the biggest ostrich farms in the state of Arizona. And Ostrich Fest is actually going on this weekend as well. They actually send a lot of their ostriches to Ostrich Fest, which is going on in Chandler, Arizona, a suburb of Phoenix. I did Ostrich Fest last year. I have a video of that I can post a link at the end of this one as well. But yeah, that's a thing down here in Arizona, ostrich farming. It's a thing. All right, heading back down the mountain. One last view of the summit of Picacho Peak. Amazing, very relaxing up here. And just again, the views are absolutely incredible. You can see for miles and miles and miles out here in the Sonoran Desert. So we are making our way down. I wanted to point this out too. Look at all these other trails that they have here at Picacho Peak. It's just so alien looking, Arizona. But gonna make our way down, and as I always do with every hike, if there's anything unique that happens, any wildlife, anything out of the ordinary that we didn't see ascending the mountain, then I will show you. But until then, I'm gonna make my way down this first portion to where the cables start, and then I think I'll film the cables going down, just a different shot, and we'll go from there. So, did it! We made it to the top of Picacho Peak, Pikachu Peak, Pika Pika. Again, making our way down, we're gonna try to go a different way. We're gonna go up this path here to the ledge, see what that's all about, and then we'll turn around and head back to the cables, back down the way we came. But we're up here, so we may as well explore some more of the saddle. You can see the dirt and the rock sparkling in the sun. It almost looks like the spice from the Dune movies. It's the spice. You know, Arizona, it's pretty green today, but this could be the planet Arrakis. Dune. Oh my God, is that a vulture? Look at that on this other peak. It's a vulture with its wings spread.
I don't know if that means something.
Is it gonna attack us? I'll go first. If I get attacked, then, oh my God.
It'll be good footage.
Is that a nest? That is a vulture perched straight ahead of me. It just had its wings span, so I don't know if he has a nest. Hello, Mr. Vulture? Don't kill me. Vultures just ate dead things. This is the other peak. The high point, Picacho Peak right there. And we're exploring the other peak here along the ridge or the saddle. And there is a giant, massive vulture perched at the top. Oh my God. Is this even the trail? Oh, where am I going? I think this is the trail. Are we off? Am I going the wrong way? And there he goes. The vulture just took off. He's no longer guarding the peak unless he's just going to soar at us. I don't know if there's a nest here. We'll find out. It's almost Easter. There's a few vultures. Maybe there's a dead thing. Oh, wow. Okay. There's like a lot of white paint. So this vulture was perched right here. Oh, is that bird crap?
Yeah.
Oh, that's bird poop. Oh my God, that's disgusting. Oh, this might be like a vulture nesting zone. Look at that. Is this all bird poop?
It is.
Dude, that is disgusting. No wonder nobody's hiking the other peak. Oh my God. So this might be like a vulture sanctuary. Look at this. Oh my God, it doesn't stink. But how much do vultures poop? My God. It's like Ghostbusters, the Marshmallow Man. Oh my God. Look at this. That is all vulture poop here on the other peak. That's the high peak there. And we're the only ones even hiking over here. That is a lot of bird doo-doo right there. But here we made it. Here's the end. Nice. Look at that. Cool. So if you want to hike the other end of the saddle, you just have to deal with the vultures and all of their poo everywhere. Good Lord. Okay, we're gonna make our way back down towards the cables and away from all the vulture shit. This. Oh my God. I thought that was white paint at first. It's totally not. It's a lot of bird poo. Holy crap. Literally. Oh my God. Yeah, there's a little exposure in more ways than one. Yeah, don't forget to wash your hands before you eat anything today. Oh my God. I wasn't expecting to see that. Yeah, so the good news is we didn't get attacked by vultures just now. It was close, could have been, but they were afraid. We scared them off. We didn't get attacked. So anyway, now you know the other peak on the other side of the saddle is a vulture sanctuary. It's a vulture dumping ground. That's what it is, a vulture dumping ground. Okay. we're gonna go back to the cables and go down the mountain. Made it back to the cables. This is the fun part of the hike. So again, I wanted to kind of give you guys a cool POV view of the cable course here at Picacho Peak. Look at this. Now this one, you know, the exposure is not too bad, but definitely helps having a wooden bridge on a sheer cliff wall. As we make our way down the mountain. Ooh. I don't know who the maintenance guy is on these things, or how often they tighten these, but you know, I'm not going to think about that. Let's take advantage, not worry. Why worry? Why worry? So, oh, water bottle. That's kind of smart. They put like a zip tie on a water bottle. Let's see if I can do this without using the cable. Look at that. That is rock climbing there, guys.
Those are some sweet shoes you got on there.
Las Sportivas.
I got the same ones.
Oh, hey, look at that. You got style. You're a true mountain climber. That's what that means. You don't need these cables.
I saw the way you danced down that rock.
Yeah, they help, man. All right, so here we go. Here's I think this is the fun part. This is the parallel cables. Look at Brendan working his magic. System's like shaking and moving around, but hey, I trust it. I don't know when these were last maintenance. It's all right. So what I'm gonna do is lay backwards. Make sure you got good grip. And here we go, down the mountain. Oh, that's awesome. Just love this. And like I said today, it is, you know, it's in the 60s out, 60 degrees. These cables are not hot, so I'm not wearing gloves. I think it's good to bring some, just in case. But you know, look at that, moving around. Okay. I guess you can go in the gully. I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to do that. Actually, I gotta say, I'm very impressed. This hike, I've seen some small kids doing these. And going down is obviously harder than going up. But look at that. There you have it. That is the cable system, the parallel cables here at Picacho Peak. That's fun. I love that. It's one of the more unique features you'll see on any climb. Yeah, I will say it's definitely a little more challenging going down the cables than going up, but it's kind of nice to have the support. And really, again, you don't have to use the cables. If you got good shoes and some experience, you could definitely climb this, but they're there. All right, well, we made it past some of the cable obstacles. There's a few more on the way, but I think those are the two most challenging ones here in the entire hike. So if you can do this, you can get away with anything. It's called Get Me Out of Here, Eric. Yeah, I'm on Instagram too, yeah. Cool. Get me out of here, Eric. So, yeah, just beautiful though. Gotta love the obstacle course. Yeah, you will be. What's your name?
Chelsea.
Chelsea.
Yep.
Shout out to Chelsea.
I don't even know my Instagram.
You don't even know your Instagram. Have you climbed this before?
No.
First time.
Yeah.
All right. What we're gonna do is we're gonna get an epic.
Chelsea, that's what
We're gonna get an epic shot of Chelsea climbing the cables right now. And there she goes. She makes it look too easy. She's nimble as a mountain goat. Good job, Chelsea! Woohoo! You're almost there.
She did it!
She did it. That is epic. Nimble as a mountain goat. She's making it to the top. So there you go. Shout out to Chelsea. She doesn't know her Instagram, so I can't share it, but there you go. Maybe she'll leave a comment. I'm down where you are.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, good.
One of the things you deal with at Picacho Peak is traffic. So sometimes when you get to the cables, there's people coming up, there's people coming down. You just kind of have to take your time and evaluate the situation. So we're making our way down right now. It's kind of a blind turn, as you can see, but I think there's some people maybe coming up. All right, so what I'm gonna do.
You go ahead.
You want? I can move aside.
No,
You're good.
Be a while.
BOL?
Yeah.
What is that?
I said I'm gonna be a while.
Oh, be a while. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I got you on camera.
Yeah, first timer.
Yep.
Nice, you're almost there.
I know.
2 more cable sections and you're at the top. Yeah, bridge is fun.
Have a good trip down, man.
You too.
Thank you.
All right, so making our way down. And here's another bridge. Just trying to imagine what this would be like without the cables, and definitely doable. But I am, you know, again, the cables make it a lot easier, less stressful. Okay, so crossing the bridge again. Okay, and here we go, down the mountain. I want to say going backwards is probably easier. At least I think it is. All right. And just about down, huh? I could hop that, but I'm gonna play it safe.
You're closer than you've been before.
Oh yeah. There you go. Enjoy. Yeah, you can see this section here again is really where the cables start for some of the more technical stuff. A little bit of exposure here too, so it's kind of funny. There's areas with cables and there's areas with no cables that you need to be aware of. You take a step down that, you could be sliding over a cliff to your death. So just be aware. There's definitely some exposure here getting towards the top of Picacho Peak. And what a beautiful day. Oh, just walking along the ridgeline here. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of funny, I guess. Is this? I feel like it's easier to go down over there, but I guess not. All right. We are back at what was the descent. Now it's a 500-foot ascent. So to be honest, I think this could be the most tiring part of the entire hike. We'll see. And we have the entire section to ourselves. There's nobody coming down. Okay. Oh, all right. Yeah, this is definitely the most tiring part of the hike, I would say, is going back up the way you came down. Oh, it's like a staircase up the mountain. This is making me think of the Manitou Incline in Colorado. I did that back in 2016, before I did YouTube. This is actually kind of mentally physically preparing me for the Grand Canyon. I haven't hiked that yet, and at the beginning it's easy going down, but then you have to make your way back up. And some parts of the Grand Canyon can have up to 5,000, 6,000 foot elevation changes, which is higher than any elevation gain I've climbed to date for a mountain. So it's gonna happen later this year. Whew. All right, like halfway through. This part I am happy there's cables. See, on the way down it was shady here. Now the sun is on the west side of the mountain. Like any mountain, just take your time. Take your time. Enjoy the pain. Oh no, enjoy the views. Enjoy the views. All right, we're gonna need another electrolyte chew at the top of this. Whew. Ah. Okay. Oh, almost there. Ah. This is where mountain climbing becomes a mental game. There's a lot of truth to that. And I will say, I like that you can literally rock climb this. Grips are there. This reminds me a little bit of Browns Peak at the Four Peaks Wilderness. But you have safety here if you need it, unlike there. I always want to check your grips. And yeah. Try not to hit my head. Alright. Whew. Ah, almost there. Whew. Love the views. It's like running a marathon. I wouldn't know what that feels like though. All right, made it. Definitely, I would say, most tiring part of this entire hike is right there, coming back up. By far. Good workout though. And now it's all downhill. Okay, we made it up that incline, and I had a feeling when we went down that earlier that going back up would be probably the hardest part of this entire climb. And I think after doing it, that's exactly right. That as far as cardio and rock scramble, that midpoint descent on the way to the top and ascent on the way down the mountain, that ascent is the hardest part of the climb. Good workout, pace yourself, you'll be fine. But just keep that in mind that you made it to the top, coming down the mountain, you have that midpoint ascent that you have to be prepared for. So just take your time, you'll make it. All right, onward, down the mountain. Well, I've made it back. Here's the beginning of the Hunter Trail. It took me all the way to the peak. This is the one that is the most popular to take to get to the top of Picacho Peak. But what an amazing, unique hike here in Arizona. This is easily one of my favorite hikes that I've done so far here in the southwestern United States. I would say it's very similar to Camelback in Phoenix. This is a little more difficult, a little more technical. There's some rock scrambling, and you've got those the cables spread throughout the later half of the hike. So rating this, I would say if you're an intermediate hiker, this is perfect for you. I would say I would recommend doing Picacho Peak and Camelback in the Phoenix metro area first, but don't hold yourself to that. This is one that most intermediate hikers could do. If you're a beginner, you know, just take your time. There is some exposure on this and some rock scrambling, so be aware of that. Wear good shoes, bring plenty of water, and you should be all right. Also, I recommend hiking this in the spring and not in the heat of the summer. Arizona summer heats can get up to 115, 120 degrees Fahrenheit, and it's easy to get dehydrated out here. This is a state park in the middle of the Sonoran Desert, about an hour west of Tucson, Arizona. So you are kind of in a remote area. So just keep that in mind. But overall, thanks for tagging along with me today. This, again, is one of my all-time favorite hikes that I've done to date. I hope I captured this well. And if you have any questions about the hike, just leave a comment in the comment section. I will be more than happy to answer any questions or any other thoughts that people have of this peak here, Picacho Peak at Picacho State Park. So thanks for joining me today on this, again, epic hike, Picacho Peak. One that I've wanted to climb since I moved here, finally conquered it. One more mountain off my bucket list, and one that I do plan to do again. So thanks for watching, everyone. My name is Eric. This is the Get Me Out of Here vlog, and it's time for me to get out of here. And I almost forgot to share my Strava results. It's kind of blurry, but here we go. So total distance, according to Strava, 2.5 miles of hiking to get to the top of Picacho Peak, and about 1,700 feet of elevation gain, which is kind of consistent with All Trails. So All Trails says 2.8 miles, which is consistent with me, but they've got 2,100 feet of elevation gain here at Picacho Peak. So good intermediate workout. You know, that's actually really good elevation gain in less than 3 miles, going just over 2,000 feet. So yeah, great intermediate hike. Visiting the visitor center, for lack of better words, after conquering Picacho's Peak. Yes, they have a dinosaur in here, but what I wanted to point out is I love this t-shirt. Picacho Peak, I conquered the cables. 2,000 elevation at base. So it is a, well, what is that? 2,000 feet at the base. Can I do math? 3,300 feet at the peak. It's about, according to them, a 1,300 foot elevation gain. I like to go with my app. My app said that it was a 1,700 foot elevation gain. So I'm gonna go with that. Yeah, they got dinosaurs in the gift shops, t-shirts, magnets, and some of the best children's books I've ever seen. Look at this book right here. Nobody hugs a cactus. Spoiler alert, tumbleweeds. Tumbleweeds like to hug cactus.